Today's show is brought to you by TraderCobb.com. Visit TraderCobb.com to go visit and join up to our free bi-weekly video newsletter. In the newsletter, you'll get 2 emails per week with content about the markets, scans, often heads-up calls, and you can meet my apprentices. Join the website now and find out more about how you can get a structured trading approach and attack the markets with an idea of what you're doing. Join TraderCobb.com now.
Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. This is the Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Hope you're having a great start to your day and wherever you may be in the world. Now, having a look through, I must say, a little bit of a yawn when I look at Bitcoin. It's just grinding sideways, and this is a good thing. Make no mistake here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good thing. We are seeing the market consolidate. We're seeing it hold. Now, what it does from here, well, that will remain to be seen, but I've got to say we're back down around that 6,000. A bit of reality. All right, bit of reality. We've been hovering around 6,000. We did it back in, when was that? That was back in June, around the 20th or so of June. We came back down around those levels around, what was that? Again, in mid-July, before we hit that higher low and then a higher high and pushed on for a bit of a quick couple of $1,000 run. We then saw it move thump straight back down and whammo back onto 6,000 before seeing the most recent little bullish run. When I say bullish, I mean an uptrend, a little grind back as we headed towards that 7,400 mark. And from there, thump, we sold off. Now, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing participation diminish. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, the last time we saw the market hit 6,000, well, not the last time, sorry. The first time we sort of came falling from about 10,000 all the way back down to 5,772. So around that 6,000, the annual lows are 5,777 or whatever it was, right? From there, we saw a move we'll go back to the 6,000, the higher low, from 6,000 up to 8,500. So a $2,500 move, a big pop, up we go, and then a thud straight back down to 6,000. Then from 6,000, so we went 8,800 to 6,000. So we went up 2,500, back down 2,500. Then the most recent bullishness back up, as we saw the trend higher, we went from 6,000 to 7,400, $1,400. Then we saw the same activity, which was to say we sold off that buying that came back in. And where did we go back to? Nearly back to 6,000. So again, $1,400 move. What I'm seeing here is the participation in the market is diminishing. Okay, the first time we came back down, we saw 6,500 back in April. We went from 65 back up to 10,000. Then we had a downtrend. And we popped back up to 8,500. Then we went back down. We're seeing the gains erased by short, quick selling, relatively quick. I mean, the last time we went to 8,500. We were back at 6,000 in about 3 or 4 weeks. This time it took us about 3 or 4 weeks to get up, and it took us 1 week to get back down. But what I'm seeing right now is this war between buyers and sellers. Now, of course, because the buying is not coming back as strong, what we're seeing, and the selling's not coming back in as strong, is a pretty ugly looking chart. We're seeing that, the aggression of the market to buy and sell it's not there. When it does go up, it's going up slowly. Oh, sorry, not as far. When it does sell, look, it's still selling off hard. It's just not going as far. So we are in a position right now where we have got lower highs. I mean, as we do see on the chart, very evidently shown on the weekly especially, we've got a series of lower highs coming in. Now, if I look at the weekly chart, it must be said it does look incredibly bearish. One of two things look likely. It looks likely that we will consolidate into that 57.77 level, which are the old lows. We are seeing lower highs building into there. Right, we are seeing lower highs building into there. That 5,700 or 6,000, that rough area there, that's either going to break and we'll push the new lows for the year. If it does break, then I can see us moving to 3,000. And that being said, don't forget that these markets are incredibly erratic, incredibly out of control, and incredibly emotional. I'm just looking at these from a perspective of, look, we've got flat levels. And that's all I work to. We got flat level round number and the old trend that was setting itself up. But right now, we're either going to see that 6,000 hold or break, but we continue to build into there. And because we're building into there, it means that we haven't broken yet. It means that there is still the chance that we'll see some bulls come back into the market, and then we may actually start to see some positivity once again. And that is what we all want. But we've got to be realistic here. As I read this chart to you on this show right now, there are two outcomes. Most of you are only prepared for one. Most of you are only prepared if the market goes up. Who's prepared if it goes down? If we do break down through 5,700, look, there might even be a trading opportunity on the break. If we do break that level, 3,000 is the next strong support level. There are some minor levels on the way down. There are some round numbers, of course, 5,000, 4,000, but 3,000 is the strongest level, and therefore that's the one I'm talking about. So, are you positioned to be able to make money in either outcome? That's the question you need to ask yourself, because if you are not, it could be a very painful period of time. If you're willing to walk away and just forget about it and come back on another day, fine. If you're literally investing and you won't check your portfolio, fine, no problem at all. But if you're not that person, and many people in crypto are not, then you need to be able to take advantage. The only way you can do that, guys, is by learning how to trade short. Okay, it's the only way. So why don't you get across to the bi-weekly video newsletter if you haven't subscribed already, or across my socials. I'm going to be doing something in the not too distant future about shorting. Okay, explaining what that means, the concept, the pros and cons, the reasons why you would, the reasons why you wouldn't, the fact that it's not just about trading, it's about hedging as well. And I'll take you through that because I think it's really important that you're all equipped to understand what to do if the market does fall. So get across to tradercobb.com, scroll to the bottom, sign up for the free bi-weekly video newsletter, and I will let you know what's going on in relation to that webinar. Have a great day, guys. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. Check out tradercobb.com because experience matters.